The music mogul who built an empire, now facing decades behind bars. After 6 weeks of shocking testimony, Sean Diddy Combs' federal trial has reached its climax. But the defense's surprising strategy has everyone talking. What really happened in that courtroom? What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're breaking down one of the most closely watched trials of the year, the federal case against Sean Diddy Combs. Both sides have now rested their cases, and what we've learned over the past 6 weeks is absolutely staggering. From explosive witness testimony to a defense strategy that caught everyone off guard, this case has it all. So grab your coffee, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive deep into what could be the trial of the decade. First, let's set the stage. Sean Combs isn't just facing any ordinary charges. We're talking about federal racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation for prostitution, the kind of charges typically reserved for organized crime bosses and cartel leaders. Here's what the prosecution alleges: that Combs ran a criminal enterprise that systematically exploited women, using his company's resources and his position of power to commit serious federal crimes. The charges break down like this: 1 count of racketeering conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking, 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges, but if convicted, he could be looking at decades in federal prison. Over 6 weeks, prosecutors painted a disturbing picture through 34 witnesses. And these weren't just random people. We're talking federal agents, former assistants who worked directly with Combs, and ex-girlfriends who allegedly witnessed his behavior firsthand. According to legal expert Chris Meltzner, the prosecution's theory centers around a criminal enterprise, essentially arguing that Combs used his business as a front for illegal activities. The allegations are serious. Prosecutors claim this enterprise involved kidnapping, bribery, arson, systematic exploitation of women. This isn't just about individual crimes. The government is arguing this was an organized operation that elevated Combs' alleged conduct to the level we typically see with gangs and cartels. The prosecution also focused heavily on transportation charges, essentially arguing that Combs moved people across state lines specifically for illegal purposes, which automatically makes it a federal crime. After 6 weeks of testimony, legal experts believe the prosecution likely established their case to the jury's satisfaction. But here's where things get interesting. The defense made a move that surprised everyone. They called 0 witnesses. Not one. Now, before you think this was a mistake, let's break down why this was actually a brilliant legal strategy. As defense attorney Chris Meltzner explained, Combs has no burden of proof. In our legal system, the prosecution has to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The defense doesn't have to prove innocence. But there's another crucial reason they stayed silent. Calling witnesses could have backfired spectacularly. Any witness they put on the stand could potentially reveal information that actually hurts Combs' case. Instead, the defense focused entirely on cross-examining prosecution witnesses, and apparently they found some serious credibility issues. Here's what they uncovered. Some alleged activities may have been conducted with Combs' personal money, not company resources. Evidence suggests Combs might have been hiding conduct from other company employees. These factors could undermine the prosecution's conspiracy theory. So what does this all mean? The defense is essentially arguing, even if some of this happened, it wasn't the organized criminal enterprise the government claims. If they can convince just one juror that this wasn't a coordinated conspiracy using company resources, they could potentially defeat the racketeering charge, which is the most serious charge Combs faces. The judge will specifically instruct the jury not to draw any negative inferences from the defense's decision not to call witnesses. This is standard procedure, but it's crucial for Combs' case. Remember, this isn't like a TV drama where the defense needs to provide an alternative theory. They just need to create reasonable doubt about the prosecution's version of events. So when will we know Combs' fate? Closing arguments are set for Thursday, and then it goes to the jury. Legal experts predict we could see a verdict as early as Monday or Tuesday of next week. But here's the thing. This was a complex 6-week trial with serious charges. The jury might want to take the weekend to really think through everything they've heard. If they reach a quick agreement, we could know Combs' fate by early next week. But if they're conflicted, or having difficulty reaching consensus, this could drag into late next week or even longer. This case represents something bigger than just one person's legal troubles. It's part of a broader conversation about power, accountability, and how the justice system handles allegations against high-profile figures. The outcome could influence how similar cases are prosecuted in the future, and it's definitely being watched closely by others in the entertainment industry. Regardless of what you think about the allegations, this case demonstrates that federal prosecutors are willing to pursue complex racketeering charges against anyone, regardless of their fame or fortune. The Sean Diddy Combs trial has been a masterclass in federal criminal law, featuring high-stakes legal strategy and explosive testimony that has captivated the nation. Will the prosecution's 6 weeks of witness testimony be enough to convince all 12 jurors beyond a reasonable doubt? Or will the defense's strategy of poking holes in witness credibility create the reasonable doubt they need? We should know very soon. What do you think? Based on what we know about the case and the legal strategies involved, how do you think this will play out? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on this story and other major legal cases, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.